Okay, so ever since I put myself online, I've been getting a lot of hate, and it's because I have controversial things, or maybe because I'm just fragile and I really look at all my comments and remember the hate comments. I don't know, I'm not sure. So one thing I really want to do is to focus on the good, right? Because that's the only thing we have to do. That's the only thing we can do. I think to be a celebrity or to be well known online is kind of against nature. I don't think people are supposed to be faced with so many other people's criticism and useless comments. But since I chose this path, this is a necessary step. So I think our mental health research hasn't reached a point, hasn't caught up to the reality yet. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of mental health issue around getting more and more popular online that hasn't been studied well enough. So the way I've been dealing with hate comments is I've been taking screenshots of good comments. So when I'm sad, I would focus on the good comments and think good thoughts, because everything that you read subconsciously affects you. So I want the good to trump the bad, if that makes sense. So I want to read some good comments that I've been receiving on TikTok. You know, in the past, I was really shy about telling people when I'm getting praised, because I feel like, other people might think I'm bragging, or they'll think I'm getting jealous. They might get jealous. I think that's because back then I get jealous more often. So I assume other people will get jealous if I talk about myself, but that's not necessarily true, right? So now I talk about myself more, or maybe I might be becoming more of a narcissist. I'm not sure. It's really a hard balance. Anyways, comments. Someone said, please Isis, you're the voices inside the people's heads. Someone said, if Isis has 0 fans, I'm dead. I love that. Someone said, me too. The funniest video was her talking about her stanky friend, LMAO. Someone said, Isis, you're changing what I think about when I hear Isis. Someone said, thanks for the realest live I've ever been in. I don't even remember what I talked about, but that seemed to be a very popular live. I had like 6K likes and 81 people in the chat room. Can you imagine if there's just 80 people in front of you and you're talking so freely? It doesn't happen, right? Like and they all liked me, but this is what's really making me confused, because I feel like my happiness recently has been largely dependent on how other people perceive me, like how my online community perceive me. When I'm getting a lot of views and popularity, I feel much more confident and happy and invincible. It's almost like I'm on coke. Like it's like I can do anything, you know. It's like a drug. It's literally a drug. I think social media is a drug. And recently, I've been flopping online, so I'm feeling bad about myself. I've been in a negative mental cycle. So it's bad, right? Because ultimately, I want to reach a point where my happiness isn't dependent on any external things. I can generate my own happiness and peace from within. It's easier said than done. This person said, hi Isis, I just want to thank you for your videos and let you know that you are helping people. I'm 22 and I'm going through similar experiences as you with attachment, father figures, trauma, betrayal, etc. And it's the most pain I've ever felt, but it helps to know I'm not completely alone. I hope we both are able to heal. Best of luck with everything. So sometimes I get DMs, and the reason why I don't reply to anybody's DM is because I think it would be unfair for me to reply to one and not the other, and sometimes I don't have the mental space to apply to everybody's DMs, and there are some good messages there. I just can't. I don't think it's fair to start replying. Someone also said, hey Isis, I hope this message finds you well. I just wanted to reach out to ensure that I'm cheering you on. I genuinely enjoy hearing your stories and seeing your adventures. I haven't interacted with your posts lately because you were saying things about men and such, and I didn't want to get blocked because I liked or commented simply for being a man. I sincerely enjoy your content and rooting for you. Best wishes. This is kind of sweet. It kind of made me feel bad for being so aggressive online sometimes about my view on men. But you know what? I'm not perfect, and sometimes I want to take these down. But I also post like 100 TikTok a day. It's hard for me to go back and to curate it, you know. So this is just me, the realist me, and I hope people in the future don't go back and dig through my TikTok like how nowadays people dig through people's Twitter, you know, like Chrissy Teigen's Twitter, mean tweets and stuff. I just feel like people will always be improving, right? So in the future, I will think my TikTok and YouTube videos now are cringe. But like, if you don't find it cringe, that means you didn't grow. So someone also said, I am one of their favorite creator. Natasha said, I saw so many people copy your video. I actually don't remember which video they're talking about. Someone said, just binge all your videos, and I just have to say you're one of the realest and most relatable people on this app. Oh, I truly hope you can gain a big platform and please never change. You know, people like that give me the courage to not change, because a lot of times when I share the realist side of myself, like for example how messy my room is, or my view on relationship with men, even if they're authentic and real, there are people who are judgmental, who criticize me and who express shock about my views. So people like this gave me the courage to keep being myself. Someone said, you are my favorite person on this app, and I said, dude, no way. This comment is funny. Someone said, why does it bother me that I'm so entertained by you? Like, it's such a backhanded compliment, but I like it. And someone said, I have never loved a woman like I love you, Isis. She's a girl, so I said I love you. I think that's unlike my video about how to fart. Oh my god, Ashley said, my boyfriend and I quote you all the time. Like, can you imagine, like, somewhere in the world, someone that I don't know was so entertained by me that they talk about me even when I'm not present. They think about, like, my words make them laugh even when I'm not there. Like, that's amazing. I think that's legacy. And someone said, you're literally my favorite creator. Come on, like, that's crazy, like crazy. Even though recently I've been flopping, just reading these comments just make me feel so loved. Oh, and also I miss my mom. Someone said, I love you, Isis. My friend and I are so obsessed with you. Please keep making content. And I said, I will never stop. Like, I'm never stopping. Even if I'm flopping, or even if someday all my fans turn on me if I make a mistake, I don't think I will ever stop pursuing this path. Okay, this is one of my favorite. Sarah said, at blah 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 blah. So Sarah at her friend. She said, this girl is so funny. And her friend said, oh my god, I know her. I've been following her. So basically, these two people both follow me. And I was like, oh my god, I'm crying. So they're Chinese, I think, because they use Chinese. They say 拍你了姐姐. Anyways, I'm sorry for being cringy and sappy for this YouTube video, but thankfully I don't have many followers, so I can kind of say or do whatever I want. It's kind of a safe space for me. Today is Friday night. Let's manifest a peaceful weekend. May all your wishes come true. Just ate spicy food, but I realized I've always cared more about how I'm being perceived than how I actually feel about certain things. When I was younger, I didn't want to do homework at home. But if we're gonna go out to eat in a restaurant, about dinner time, I would bring my homework to study in a restaurant, so I would seem like I study hard. Like, if I am under the gaze of adults or people of authority, I perform way better. Because I want to seem to be a certain way, and that motivation is so strong. Recently, especially during COVID, there's no authority staring at you, right? Like, you're not surrounded by people, you're completely isolated. So there's no one supervising me in a way. I kind of got lost. I'm not doing things for others anymore. I'm doing things for myself. Like, what do I want? What do I like? What gives me joy? Even if nobody's watching. It's almost like I lost my motivation. I want my motivation back. So recently I've been caring more about how I'm being presented. And it's been really working. It gets me in a better mood. So maybe bad things are not always bad things. You know, maybe we don't have to always have the healthiest mindset. Maybe whatever motivates you, even if it's not the most noble of reasons, you know?